Hello, Ethan here, talking about Good Kids. What I found intriguing about the play Good Kids was how the story would play out events in several different ways to show how easy a situation could be misconstrued. An example of this was the scene with Connor and Chloe, who were talking outside and found kissing by Connor's friend. The situation was entirely misconstrued by Connor's friend and would be told as such if the facts needed to come to trial. I also found it interesting how social media boomed out of control in the scene so quickly. The way it spread so fast and how it couldn't be removed left me both intrigued and startled. In the play, three themes really stood out to me, the first of which being how nobody actually knows what the true story was unless they were present, and even then, under the influence of alcohol, being in the present may not tell the whole story. This was expressed through the rewind moments in the play, where the play was paused and restarted from previous points of interest to show a different way the event could have unfolded. The second theme was how people may not want to involve themselves in an unfortunate event in hopes that people will simply forget what had happened. This was expressed when people were tweeting all of the events and filling social media with all of the details, but nobody came to stop them. The third theme was how people need to pay attention to what social media they are posting. Something put on social media is something shared with the world, and as such is immediately irrevocable. In the play, all the football players who attempted to delete all the videos and all the posts and all the evidence from their phones actually didn't delete anything with anyone who has knowledge of phones and data, because they can go and find out what was posted and what was deleted and what they were trying to hide. Three things in Good Kids that set it apart from Intimate Apparel is how the story in Good Kids has an early point of attack, meaning the story immediately gets going into the issues at hand. Good Kids is also set up in a setting covering a very short span of time, whereas Intimate Apparel was spaced out throughout a long span of time. And the plot of Good Kids is very non-linear, which is shown through the rewind techniques, where entire events would be played out and then rewound to be played again in a different way. Gender and sexuality are depicted in the mainstream style, meaning that women are depicted as slutty, judgmental, holding grudges, and very cliquey, while men are depicted as being strong jocks who are generally out to have their way with girls however they can. One quote about women I remember from the play is that, if you get into a fight with a man, he'll break your jaw and that's that. But if you get into a fight with a woman, she will break your soul and maybe your jaw too. The play left me thinking many questions, but the primary question I thought of was, why is every kid described as a good kid? Every kid in trouble has people that support them saying that there was no way their kid did this horrible thing. He's a good kid. He'd never commit this crime. I've known him my whole life and he'd never do this. Why exactly is every kid thought to be good without any merit?